And up here initially to sort of talk about in business, and who better to get up than Mike Hopkins, the principal at South Birmingham College, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, in business, what's it all about? Tell everybody what it's about.
Well, first of all, can I also say a big thank you. Quite a number of the business people here that I've met before, and quite a few newspapers, so I'm really pleased you're come along. As a college, we are, I suppose, pushing the boundaries in terms of what we do within the region. And we have, I suppose, the dubious distinction, a very good distinction, of being the highest performing college in Birmingham, probably the region at the moment. And that's in terms of what we do with students who come to college and working with companies and businesses. We work with an awful lot of businesses across the region. What we're trying to do now is to really build up that relationship and to provide something which is a bit more than just simply having a formal business relationship, and having something where we can give something back and do a lot more than the companies around, which includes doing things where our students get involved. I think it's really good to be able to showcase what we do, and just looking at today, what you've got here today, you can see the facilities, but the things that are being run by staff and students, because in the college, we run events management, we do rigging, lighting, recording, catering, you name it. And so a lot of the things you'll come to, you'll find are being done by our students, by our staff. Because what we are doing is preparing people for work, for business. We don't have education for education's sake. It is all about making sure that people are work ready and the businesses are able to provide what they need to have the upskilling requirements and to be able to get the staff they need, as well as to be able to develop and improve in their own businesses. And we've got a lot of resources that in some cases businesses wouldn't be able to afford to have, because we can bring those in and be able to use them. And the opportunity you'll have by being part of this is not only to be able to network and meet other businesses, but we will be offering in a whole series of things in terms of free training needs analysis for your companies, an opportunity to take in students where if you're looking for employees for the future, you can take people in, try them out, see how it works for your business. We can also arrange things which are effectively bespoke about things that you need with students and in terms of training. But we'll also be doing a number of events where we'll actually provide business dinners. And for any of you, I don't know if any of you have ever been to any of our dinners before, and the corporations, they are really something. It's the equivalent, and I know one or two of you are nodding and been. It's like going to a five-star restaurant, and the events are quite something. And the sort of thing you can't actually go and buy, because these are put on specifically to showcase what we're doing.
So I suppose today gives you a flavour of that as well, Michael.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it gives an opportunity, obviously. I mean, a number of you, and I saw earlier on, a number of you know each other. And I'd have to say, it's the first time I've had a chance to meet Doug Ellis. I'm really pleased. Interested. When I was 2 years old, my grandfather used to take me to Aston Villa, and so it's a bit of history there. But no, it's a really good opportunity, and from my point of view, it's a good opportunity for us as a college to be able to talk to you about what we need to do, because we're continually adapting, and we need to respond to business and to industry about what you need, and really to have that dialogue, so that what we're actually doing all the time is to make what you want.
Of course, we can't emphasise enough the importance of using the students to create real work-life situations through the businesses in the room today, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're going through a bit of a bad patch in the country at the moment, but there are still lots of jobs around, and there's still requirements, and we're all, we're a business as well as a college, and one of the biggest employers in the city, and we need to have staff, and I think we all do, and it is a case of having the right staff in the right place at the right time with the right training. And some of that is not only just simply as training students and putting them in, it's also about continuing to train them when they're in, or put them in as apprentices, because we do an awful lot of work where we can get people who are ideal for a particular business, and then we effectively train them so they not only get the skills, but they actually meet the requirements of your particular business in the way you want it.
And of course, being a College of Excellence, a beacon status college, people want to be associated with excellence, and that's what this college is about. Beacon status, what does that mean, Mike?
What it is, I think you've all probably kids know about Ofsted. We all are subject to a formal Ofsted, same as schools. Ofsted are expected to come in and really completely put us through the mill in terms of everything, teaching, learning, the success rates of the students and everything else. And when they do that across the country, they effectively identify what they see as the highest performing college, the best colleges around, and they designate them as beacon colleges. And the reason for that is so that those colleges will then help other colleges around the country to do the same sort of things and to be able to, I suppose, aspire to those standards. So we're the only further education beacon college in Birmingham and Solihull.
Of course, leading into that, I understand there's a possibility of a merger with City College in the near future. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's more than a possibility. The merger now, I think, is pretty much on the cards. As from the 1st of August, barring any sort of catastrophe or the Secretary of State deciding, or the Minister deciding they don't want it to happen, which I think is unlikely, as from the 1st of August, will become Southern City College, Birmingham, Expanded College. It will give us an awful lot more in terms of what we do and a number of other areas, particularly in terms of the automotive industry, which I think is a big one for the city. It's an area that City College do and that we're going to really expand on.
And it's interesting you've got a race team, I believe, as well, isn't it?
Well, the City College Club is something which, as it stands at the moment, would have disappeared.
Yeah.
We've now been able to move in to save that, so there'll be an awful lot more that's going to go on. And it'll give us a lot more in terms of the resources. I mean, to give you some idea of what we're talking about, from August we're a £65 million business, so it's not a small operation in that sense. And it is something which is focused on Birmingham. I would say that one of the things we are about is also giving something back. We spend a lot of money ourselves. We spent about £2.5 million refurbishing one of our campuses over in Hall Green last summer, and we deliberately parcel the work up to give it to local firms. Rather than put it out to the big contract, which means you would have got national or whatever, we do try to make sure that the other way around, we're also putting things back into local firms. And it is about working both ways.
And of course, the potential merger with City offers a lot of opportunity for the business people in here today, doesn't it?
It certainly does. I mean, we'll have an awful lot more in terms of resource, and the spread across the city means that we can make things a lot more local. The business, in any case, we actually, for most of what we do, we come out to you. We use our specialist facilities sometimes, but it is about people coming out to you. And it will give us a lot more in terms of not only the resources we've got available, but also the levels and the type of expertise we've got. It expands into a number of other areas. Obviously from day one, we will continue where we are now, which has been an excellent college. It is a merger, but it's a merger where effectively City College comes into South Birmingham, so it's a merger in that sense, in so much as I will remain as principal and board will remain in town.
And of course, later we're presenting some ambassadors for the college and also apprentice awards, really important part of the structure of the college. It's important that people open doors for everyone, and that's what this is about, Mike. Opening doors for each other.
Yeah, I mean, you've already met some of our students as part of what you do today. I think our students are probably our best ambassadors for what we do. And by students, I mean, that's not only the people that you see in the college, but very often and it's probably wrong to refer to learners or students within your firm, because we all are. I mean, throughout our lives, every one of us are going to be going through extra training, whether it's formal training or whatever. Wherever we are now, unless we're at the end of our careers, we're going to be going through something if we want to stay employable and successful. And whether it's a small amount of training on latest IT techniques or whether it's full-blown training because somebody's just starting out, we all have to go through this. And I think some of our students show this sort of level of what we do, and they are brilliant ambassadors. I mean, they will tell you as it is. I can probably go and tell the students, but we've got, as from August, about 25,000 students. I can't get to all of those and tell them what they should say to each of you. So you can go and talk to any student and ask them what they think of the college. You can also go on, and the one thing about Ofsted, they prepare a report, and we have no input into that. So if you want sort of light bedtime reading, you can always go and read our Ofsted report. We'll tell you what Ofsted thought about the college. But the other thing to do is talk about it. There's a number of employers here we already work with. If you happy to introduce us some of those, talk to some of the people that we actually work with, see what sort of service they get, and see how we actually work. And it isn't about us coming in just simply having a contract to go and do some work. We do work very much in partnership. It is about understanding both us, both parties, understanding what's needed, understanding what we all need to do, and how we can help the business. So we adapt and do things which are in a way that everybody needs.
Just to sum up then, like, what does in business mean to everybody in here and the students? Could you put it into a couple of sentences?
I think it's quite interesting because on my wall, as Doug said, I've got a thing which says no dream is too big, and I think that applies to all of us. I think it is about everybody wants to be successful, you know, to a certain extent, whatever that might mean. And I think what we can do between us, we can certainly help you as businesses grow and improve and do better. And conversely, you can help us achieve what we need to do, which is helping our students and help what we need to do in terms of making sure those people are employable and get the best options in life in and around Birmingham and West Midlands.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Hopkins.